Gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to Team of the Week predictions, Week 11. Before we get started, do not expect a Team of the Week like last week. EA literally hand-fed us those because they wanted us to open packs. And guess what? It worked. We're all now broke. However, Team of the Week 11 isn't terrible. Let's get into the first player, shall we? Juan Musso of Udinese made 9 saves, kept a clean sheet, and was crowned man of the match in a 1-0 win over Roma. That is one hell of a weird name. Lie Boy? I have no idea. I'm not even going to try it. Well, I did, but it didn't work. He got 1 goal and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. A player that I remember from last year having scored so many goals for Den Haag and then being denied informs left, right and centre. He could be up for one here, scoring twice, getting 1 assist and being crowned man of the match in a 3-2 win. What is it with the difficult names today? This is crazy. Rafael Chichos. That's what I'm going to go with. It's probably wrong, but hey-ho. The Cologne man got 1 goal, kept a clean sheet, and was crowned man of the match in a 3-0 win. Already more defenders than what I think was in last week's Team of the Week. You wait for an Angola player to get himself an inform, and then you get 2 in a row, potentially anyway. Dialma, that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know whether it's right or not. From Alanyaspor. Yep, got that one right too. 1 goal and 2 assists in a 5-0 win should just about be enough. It's been a while since I've seen Pablo Hernandez in the inform form, and that of course comes from Leeds' most recent victory, where he got 1 goal, 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in that 2-0 win. Stefan HAIN up next, of a team that I'm not going to try and pronounce. I was going to, and then I looked at it and thought, nah, you're alright. He got a hat-trick in a 5-4 win. It would be very difficult to deny him. Unfortunately, I can't see many people wanting to use him. I said this week's Team of the Week isn't anywhere near as good as last week's, and I stand by that, but we do have fairly high-rated players now from here on in. So, Aleksandar Mitrovic, second in form, up next, with 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 3-2 win for Fulham. That should just about be enough, although there is another Fulham player worth mentioning when we get to the possibles. Kevin Volland of Bayer Leverkusen up next. I'd really like to see this because he's got such a good card, and it fits the game so well. He was denied a few weeks ago. Could he now kick on and get this? 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 2-0 win. Could be enough. Ljajic up next. I remember getting this guy actually as a red player pick. I really hope I don't get him again this year. The Besiktas man got 1 goal, 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in a 4-1 win. A player that I'm going to butcher the name of, even though it doesn't look that difficult to pronounce, is SERGI, ENRICH, possibly, of Eibar. I know I've butchered all of that, but he managed to get 1 goal and 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in a 3-0 win. But it's not necessarily what he did, it's who he did it against. Real Madrid. If you didn't hear about that, they lost 3-0, which is some feat, let's be honest. So there's definitely going to be an inform from that game, and I've gone with the striker. There are some Team of the Weeks where you don't get that many high-rated players at all, and we haven't even got to the starting 11 yet. To finish off the reserves, though, we have Aaron Moy. 2 goals and a Man of the Match award in a 2-0 win today. Should be enough. Who remembers this card from last year? I remember everyone was using his 84 and trying to fit him in a team with Alessandrini and Lozano. Speaking of Lozano, stay tuned. Into the starting 11 we go, and there are quite a few choices of goalkeeper. I've gone with Wayne Hennessey because it was against Manchester United and he made 5 saves and kept a clean sheet and was crowned man of the match in a 0-0 draw. Now, I know they didn't win the game, and normally EA like for the players that are given informs to be on the winning side, but I believe they were away from home. So to do this at Old Trafford is some feat, and I tell you what, it looks terrible, but he's Welsh and I kind of want it. There are some very difficult defensive choices for EA to go for this week. Nicholas Tagliafico obviously has a live UCL card, which I believe is 82 rated as well. He got 1 assist and was crowned man of the match in a 3-0 win for Ajax, so it's very easy for them to overlook this one in particular. But in my opinion, he's been overlooked before and definitely deserves an inform. Fernando Marçal up next of Lyon. He kept a clean sheet and was crowned man of the match in a 1-0 win. Didn't necessarily do anything specific like score a goal or get an assist, but hey, it looks like a decent card. Daniel Caligiuri up next. This is an interesting one because he's just been given a league SBC, but they did it for Memphis Depay, so there is every reason to believe they could do it here. And it's the curse of EA League SBC as well, because as soon as they give a player a League SBC card, he tends to do well in real life. He got 2 assists and was crowned man of the match in a 5-2 win. That, for a right back or a right wing back, should be enough. I'm not going to try and pronounce this guy's name because I've struggled with this since I was about 12. In fact, they're probably older than him, so maybe not. But still, his first name is Jerome, and that's exactly what we're going to call him. He plays for Wolfsburg, and he got 1 goal and was crowned man of the match in a 1-0 win. And I can tell you what, this is probably going to be the go-to card for the Bundesliga. I've seen a lot of people for the last couple of weeks using the UCL version of this Rabiot card, but now he could be up for an inform with 1 assist and a man of the match award and a 1-0 win. Very loose sort of inform credentials there, but still it would be a very nice card to have. Out of all of the players that are in this week's Team of the Week, believe it or not, this is the one I want the most. It is Keita Balde-Diao of Inter. 2 goals, 1 assist, and a Man of the Match award and a 3-0 win is a guaranteed inform, and I believe, and I hope, it would be a position change from a right mid to a left wing. Earlier on, you would have heard me mention Lozano and his FIFA 18 antics. Well, guess what? He's at it again with a potential second inform in FIFA 19. 2 goals, 1 assist in a 3-0 win should be more than enough, and we could be seeing an 85 red Lozano running at us very, very soon. 2 Premier League players back-to-back now, with Raheem Sterling being the first one, the Manchester City right wing. Got himself 1 goal and 1 assist in a 4-0 win. There is a potential for EA to leave him out because he is probably going to get Player of the Month, but it's not something that EA can necessarily control, and it would be a little bit harsh if they didn't. The reason I've got him down as an 87, by the way, and not an 86, is because he has so many different cards that are 86. It would be a little bit weird if they just didn't go, you know, here's an 87. As I previously mentioned, we are sticking with the Premier League once more with another English player, and that is Dele Alli. For his heroics in Spurs' 3-1 win over Chelsea. He got 1 goal and 1 assist in that victory, and I don't know if anybody really going to want to use that, but it looks like a decent card. Rodrigo up next, and another player that I'm sure most of us wouldn't mind as a red player pick on Thursday. It's interesting that I'm talking about this though, because it was a 3-0 win for Valencia, and that's why we're here. He got 2 assists and was crowned man of the match, but he wasn't the player that did the most in that game, if you will. Mina, I believe it is, got 2 goals in that 3-0 win. So why are we not talking about him? Well, Rodrigo is more likely to sell packs, and that is literally the mindset I've put myself in, because, let's be honest, we're talking about EA. Into the possibles we go, and I would stay tuned for this if you're remotely interested in Team of the Week, because there are some very, very close calls here. Cristiano, a potential in form this week. He got 1 goal and 1 assist in a 3-0 win. I'm not sure that they would want that much of an excuse to give him an inform, and hopefully he gets one, because I'd really like to try it. I mentioned earlier when we were talking about Mitrovic that there could be another Fulham player in contention, and that is, of course, Ryan Sessegnon. I don't think he's going to get it, but it's definitely worth a mention. 2 assists in a 3-2 win. Mitrovic would be up for a second inform, so I think a higher rated player would suit EA better, but this wouldn't be a bad looking card. Sebastian Haller up next. I probably mispronounced that, and I do apologise. He got 1 goal, 1 assist, and a Man of the Match award in a 3-1 win. Not a card that I'm sure most people would have on their Christmas list, but it doesn't look terrible. You could easily fit Trent Alexander-Arnold into most overhead storage bin. No, I'm joking. You could fit him into the starting 11 easy. You could take out Tagliafico, you could take out Caligiuri, and you could argue that neither of them should be there because either they have a UCL Live or they've just been given a League SBC. And Alexander-Arnold would have been in last week's Team of the Week had it not been for the 4 Liverpool players who just performed slightly better than him and the fact that he played in a friendly. So, with that in mind, of course, he did get a goal in a 3-0 win against Watford, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him there whatsoever. If I was Piszczek, I'd give up any hope of getting myself an inform. Let's be honest, not that he cares, but still, he managed 1 goal and a Man of the Match award in a 2-1 win for Dortmund, but it doesn't matter what he does this season because EA are just ignoring this guy. Another reason Alexander-Arnold could find himself in the starting 11 is Anthony Lopes. If EA decide to bump Wayne Hennessey, put Anthony Lopes in there, and then take out Marcel, they could easily put Alexander-Arnold in there. But either way, Anthony Lopes kept a clean sheet in that 1-0 win for Lyon. I'm hoping by now that this goes without mentioning really, but Leroy Sané cannot be in form. That's why I've gone with Raheem Sterling, despite however many goals he scored. I think he scored twice and got himself an assist. But like I said, it's irrelevant because he's already in form this week. He may have not got an assist, by the way. I made that up. But either way, he did score twice. I don't often sort of descend back into lower rated players, but it would take an awful lot for me to rearrange this, and I'm in a bit of a rush. So Janssen with 1 goal, a Man of the Match award and a clean sheet and a 5-0 win could very well be enough, but EA don't like to include too many Dutch League players, so I could definitely see him missing out. Jack Grealish up next of Aston Villa. Of course, they had a derby against Birmingham today, and Jack Grealish got himself a goal and was crowned man of the match in that 4-2 win. Would definitely, I don't know, welcome it necessarily, but I would accept it, and I wouldn't mind having a little go of it. But I can definitely understand, again, why they wouldn't include it, because even though it was a derby, there are players who have scored far more goals and just done more this week. Much like Piszczek, I think if I was Gervinho, I would give up by now because he's done a lot this season for Parma and he's just been overlooked by EA. He got a goal again. In fact, it was the winning goal and he's crowned man of the match in that 2-1 win for Parma. I'd love to see it, I really would, but I just can't see it happening. You'll be very hard-pressed to find another Team of the Week prediction video this week that includes Radamel Falcao, but I've got a funny feeling he's going to creep in somewhere. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just do. He got 1 goal in a 1-0 win for Monaco. It wasn't a particularly good performance. He got subbed off. But that's all the criteria that EA need to give an inform. You know, they've done it before. In fact, they did it last week. Who was it last week that did absolutely nothing but still got into Team of the Week? I think it was Pjanic. That was right. He did nothing and got in there. So don't rule him out. And that brings us to the end of yet another Team of the Week predictions. If you think I've missed anybody out, feel free to let me know who in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed it, it would really help me out a lot if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.